EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
Now Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
11 MT tape. 12.
Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got some space here. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Gun. 11 Thomas.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
On 1, ready?
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence. And here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He'll get this out wide to Ekeler, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
11 MT, pace. 11 MT, pace.
Shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
11.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop.
Again, it's Mixon. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown, Bengals. Ja'Marr Chase, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down. Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap. No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd. Blanketing the passing lanes. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Herbert. And down he goes. They sack it back right around the 41-yard line. Logan Wilson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
57 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Here we go.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 empty.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Takes it to about the 37. 30 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. Buying time to his left. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
11 empty. 11 empty.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, Eckler. Room here to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Herbert. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11, 11.
Again, it's Mixon. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began to play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Mixing up the middle, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Now the Bengals on third down. Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here we go.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go, here we go.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
11. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up second and goal. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving
11
forward.
MT, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
11 MT.
In motion right here, Boyd.
11, mighty.
A handoff to Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here we go, here we go.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal.
11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on fourth and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bengals will add to their fourth quarter lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right.